Why aren't we seeing this car in more racing games? The Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo, built by Porsche in 2018 as a non-regulation demonstration of engineering prowess evolution of the 919 Hybrid LMP1 car after it had finished racing in 2017, this 1160 horsepower beast was 3 seconds faster than F1 around Spa and posted an average speed of 245 km an hour, then hitting a 369 km an hour top speed at the Nordschleife and setting an all-time record of 519.546, blowing everything out of the water and beating them by miles, with the next best time being 605.336, set by Volkswagen with the IDR almost a year later. The car apparently had more in it too, but even the best driver is still a human being. For perspective, the fastest road legal record is the AMG one at 629.090. Hearing all of this, you'd think every racing game with even a little bit of relevance would be jumping at the opportunity to license this myth, this legend. Only one game has done so thus far, being Real Racing 3 under EA, and you know what Real Racing 3 happens to be? Dead. Sure, you could pay a few bucks for a high-quality Assetto Corsa mod, but it's not official and not the real deal. After all, it's still built on anything from guesstimates to real hard data to extrapolations. So why aren't we seeing this car in the big names that you'd expect, or even a certain game that you might play? Well, it's a combination of many factors, a lot of them related to licensing. When you license a car for a AAA or sim-focused title that will need to care about attention to detail, you're licensing a ton of things. Mainly, pretty much every corner of the interior, exterior, engine bay, trunk, etc., which requires photogrammetry, a painstaking and meticulous task, as well as all sounds associated with the car, and all performance details, telemetry data, and detailed specifications of a giant number of parts depending on how much is simulated in the game. All of this would most definitely be incredibly expensive, if not trade secrets that Porsche wants to keep. Because remember, this car is not your typical road car that is mass-produced in the hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands that you can just take out for a drive anytime and record everything for. This car is an extremely valuable one-off, extreme track beast with all the shackles off. At the same time, Porsche sure as hell seems happy to give out licenses to all myriad of 911 models of all performance tiers like candy, and even concepts such as the 919 Street and 917 Living Legend seemingly aren't that hard to get a hold of, meaning the 919 Hybrid Evo is profoundly, fundamentally different. Of course, since we don't have an official reason as to why this car isn't in your favorite games, this section is speculation and inferences on my part. With all that being said, will we ever see this car in your favorite racing game series? That will depend on how Porsche wants to move going forward, which we'll only see with time. So yeah, this was a slightly different style video that I felt like making because I personally feel very frustrated that this car isn't already in big names you'd expect and your favorite racing titles. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.